Sports Update with Steve Overmyer.
All right, welcome to a special edition of the Wlny Sports Update, because tonight we're focusing our entire show on Super Bowl commercials. Which ones worked, which ones failed, did the ads entertain you? So here to go over the best and the worst Super Bowl ads, sports marketing expert Cristiano of Bold Worldwide joining us in studio.
How are you, Steve? Thanks
for
having me here.
Listen, it's an entertaining bit of commercials this year for the Super Bowl, right? Is there a common theme that kind of stretches between all of them?
I think there was two ways to go this year. One was over the top, sexy, crazy. The other way was pull on the heartstrings, honest story, really down to earth. And there were many brands that did very well on both sides of that spectrum, and then there was some that kind of fell in the middle, or even ones that went over both sides of that envelope.
Yeah, we had some newcomers that really kind of surprised us a little bit this year. But one of the staples that is always in the Super Bowls would be Budweiser. And they didn't fail this year as well. So let's take a look at exactly what Budweiser gave us this year.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. And when I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And I will walk 500 more just to be with who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Okay, I do need tissues. I need tissues right now. Lonnie Quinn over there is crying, by the way, right now. Listen, you've got horses, you have puppies. It's adorable.
It's adorable. It's great. Everyone loves it. America loves it. It's not out of the box. It's not something totally creative or different from Budweiser. It's a continuation of last year's story, but it's a classic. People love it, and it did very well.
It did, and it was honest to the brand. And it's great if you can be honest to the brand and at the same time maybe make people laugh. BMW did that this year. Let's take a look at what BMW did here.
Back in that 56 pass, I wasn't prepared to translate that.
That's
that little
right.
mark with the A and then the ring around it.
At?
See, that's what I said. Katie said she thought it was about.
Yeah.
But I'd never heard it.
Around.
I'd never heard it said. I'd always seen the mark. There it is. At amfeedback.com. I mean, what is internet anyway? What do you write to it like mail?
There's Allison. Can you explain what internet is?
See, that's what I said. What do you mean there's nothing under the hood? Katie said she thought this was a car.
Yeah.
And it's built using wind? Like from a windmill?
Or a fan, or a turbine, or a fan vine.
Wow. I mean, what is i3 anyway?
Allison, can you explain what i3 is?
The all-electric BMW i3, built in a wind-powered factory with the strength of carbon fiber and BMW performance.
Come on, loosen up, Gumbel.
Can you twerk?
Maybe.
All right, except for the twerking comment there, it was really a success because it kind of reminded everybody of a conversation that you've had with your grandparents about the internet,
Yeah, can you believe that 1994 was only 21 years ago?
Right.
That's the crazy part of it all. But BMW knocked it out of the park with this ad. Katie Couric and Brian Gumbel together in a car, and then a flashback to 1994 talking about the internet. BMW tied that right in with their electronic car and how that's going to be the next new thing. And 20 years ago, 20 years from now, people are going to be talking about that. So BMW
that's
hit
a good
home
point.
run.
Yeah, what are we going to be talking about 20 years from now? I mean, our kids are going to say, like, I can't believe you drove cars. You're not on the Hyperloop? What is going on here? All right, well, but there are some commercials out there that tried to push the boundaries and kind of failed. Nationwide may have failed. Let's take a look at what they did, and they didn't get a good response.
Hey, wait! Just wait! Wait! I'll never learn to ride a bike. Or get cooties. I'll never learn to fly. Or travel the world with my best friend. And I won't ever get married. I couldn't grow up because I died from an accident.
At Nationwide, we believe in protecting what matters most. Your kids. Together, we can make safe happen.
All right, the Super Bowl just took a morbid turn. I mean, talk about a buzzkill. Imagine if you were at a Super Bowl party. Everybody's cheering, laughing, having a great time, and then that commercial pops up.
That commercial was intense. It wasn't Nationwide, it was Nation Cried. Let's be honest, Steve. And that ad may have worked very well in the right context, but this is the wrong context, and that's what marketers and advertisers and brands always have to keep in mind. You have to play to the state of your audience, and you know the state of the audience at the Super Bowl. They're partying, they're having a good time, they're having fun. To then have something so serious and so dire about a child's death, that's intense. It's very intense.
I mean, it's good to be shocking, but
Absolutely.
to try to make someone cry in the middle of a Super Bowl, you're going to fail.
That's a hard thing to do, and anybody that's on Twitter knows that that kind of blew up and went the other direction that Nationwide intended it to do. And I thought it was a bizarre move from Nationwide because they did two commercials.
They were so successful with the Mindy Kaling one, and that one obviously fell a little flat. All right, we're not done with this. There were some newcomers that opened up some eyes this year, and some companies that have become staples of the Super Bowl. We will look at our top 3 commercials when we come back. Our Super Bowl commercial special continues right after this. All right, welcome back to the WLY Sports Update. And tonight we're kind of taking a different approach. We're focusing entirely on Super Bowl commercials that caught our attention. Sports marketing expert Brian Cristiano joins me. And Brian, one of the things we learned is that you don't need to be a big brand to make a big impact. I think we learned that when we saw the avocados ad. Let's take a look at this.
With the next pick in the first draft ever, Australia selects the kangaroo.
Yes, I like that pick. Get up, hops, jump, vertical.
Brazil selects the sloth.
Off the field issues.
Mauritius selects the dodo bird. And Mexico selects the avocado.
Great pick. Love it. Rich volcanic soil. Perfect weather. That'll make avocados from Mexico the ideal year-round snack.
Avocados from Mexico.
It's our new favorite fruit. It's a healthy fruit. You know, they made light of it as well.
Great commercial. Yeah, sorry. Great commercial. Came out of nowhere. People weren't expecting it. Avocados from Mexico. It's not some brand that everyone thinks about, but it did really well, and they tied it right into the Super Bowl with their creative, which was spot on.
It's not a commercial we saw 3 weeks ago. We were surprised by this one. Sometimes it's nice to be surprised by a commercial.
A little bit. They released a piece of it not too long ago, but only a couple days out, so not a full week. So a lot less people have seen this one.
Makes you want to eat some guacamole.
I do.
Don't confuse wasabi with guacamole. I made that mistake once. Don't do that again. Cleared my sinuses. That's a good thing.
Bad Super Bowl party.
Cameos for these commercials are also very good, and I really feel like Esurance had the cameo of the night. Take a look.
Hi.
My doctor called in a prescription?
Yes.
You're not Greg.
I'm sort of Greg. We're both over 50 years old. We both used to own a Pontiac Aztek. We both have a lot of experience with drugs. Sorry, pharmaceuticals. So, say my name.
Sort of Greg.
Esurance helps make sure you only pay for what's right for you, not someone sort of like you. Esurance, backed by Allstate.
Breaking Bad fans right now are going crazy. They're like, Walter White is alive, and he's a pharmacist. Okay, spinoff.
And it makes perfect sense, too, right? I mean, how can you not have Walter White in a pharmacy, you know, with this? I think the only thing that would have made it better was if that was blue pills in that bottle coming across. Right. But Walter White in a pharmacy, you better call Saul.
Of course. Why not? Well, we're seeing that soon. I don't know why that's connected to Esurance. I still haven't quite grasped that connection there, but, you know, we did get to see Bryan Cranston. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that was a win, and it was really well done, and it was really well received.
All right. This final commercial, which could be up for the Super Clio, which is the award for the Super Bowl's best commercial, comes to us from Snickers. You might have seen a bit of it, but wait till you check the end out.
Marcia, what happened?
Peter hit me in the nose with a football. I can't go to the dance like this.
Well, I'm sure it was an accident, sweetheart.
An eye for an eye. That's what Dad always says.
I never said that, honey.
Shut up! Time to teach Peter a lesson.
Marcia, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little hostile when you're hungry. Better? Better.
Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
Jan, this isn't about you.
It never is.
Who'd have thought Machete as Marcia. I mean, listen, it's safe humor. It's not offending anyone.
No.
You know, it's kind of pushing the boundaries.
They pushed the boundaries. They went out there. Again, it's another throwback commercial, right? But it was very well done, super creative, absolutely brilliant. Danny Trejo and really Marcia. Come on, that's hilarious.
Right, we've known it now for what, 30, 40 years now. All right, so let's talk about overall value of these Super Bowl ads. I know we've heard $4.5 million for an ad. How much value do these advertisers get for this?
Well, we've seen the price of the Super Bowl commercials go up year over year, almost every single year. In the last 10 years, it's gotten almost $2 million more expensive, which is incredible. Not many things go up that fast, that expensive. But you have to keep in mind, you're not just paying $4.5 million for 30 seconds. You're paying $4.5 million to have the prestige of being in the Super Bowl, to have people looking at and talking about your commercials before they ever even air, but all of the previews, the teasers leading up to it, the social media behind it, and then people intentionally watching the Super Bowl for the ads. You don't get that anywhere else. And then the water cooler talk
talking about it the next day, talking about it on Twitter. It is a value there, and we'll just see if those numbers continue to rise.
I think they will.
You think so?
I think the value isn't just in the viewership, over 100 million people.
Right.
I think it's also in that conversation that it creates. You can't do that anywhere else, only the Super Bowl.
Great stuff, Brian Cristiano of Bold Worldwide. Always good having you in studio.
Thank
very
you,
much
Steve.
Appreciated. Fun watching the Super Bowl ads this year.
This was a blast. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. All right.